Hi guys, welcome to Cowcast, where we cast on Wednesdays. I'm your host Coffeecow, and today we have with us.
Ragecow.
Otakucow.
Alright, so how are you guys? What's up?
Tired.
Tiredness?
Yeah. Yeah.
Been a long day.
Yeah, it has actually. Spanish oral and everything.
How did it go? How did your Spanish speaking assessment go?
Great. I spoke for 5 minutes 30.
And, did you find it challenging?
Nah, I made it all up.
That's pretty good.
Let's just hope my Spanish teacher doesn't hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get onto the topic of languages, because we all pretty much either originate from a place that speaks a different language or are familiar with a different language. So was it because well, let me start off by talking about myself. So I myself originate from Poland, and I've been living here like 7-8 years now, and it's my English is pretty much seamless, I'd say. I guess it's seamless. Is that the word to use?
I'm not sure.
Wow, the irony. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I often get people complimenting like how well I can talk, and I think that the the thing is that I kind of I had to learn English because I was kind of forced to learn English because literally everything around me was in English. People spoke in English, so it was kind of like
Yeah.
like you know
Same
I was
position.
forced. Yeah, I was forced to do it. Um, but when I'm in school and I'm learning Spanish, for example, it's just there's just not that much of a push, so to say, um,
Yeah.
to get me to learn that language. So I never really find it as easy as I did.
I
Um,
find it's really boring learning something like that. Like the way that we're taught in school
mm,
it's not fun. It's not interactive. It's not good. You know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it would be good for some people. Like some people are like really like get stuck into the work and stuff like
very
that.
motivated.
Like yeah. Sometimes I'm like that. Like for biology, because
Hmm.
our teacher makes it fun. It's actually
Yeah,
funny. It's good to be in biology. Like it's a nice atmosphere in the classroom.
yeah,
However, with like say English, it's absolutely terrible. Get told off all the time because my writing's illegible, which it is readable,
yeah.
which is really annoying. It's like half the class can read it.
Well, I can read. I've read your writing. It's not completely illegible. It's maybe the laziness on the teacher's side. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah, going back to the languages, I find that the problem with whole Spanish or French or whatever foreign languages, learning foreign languages in school is a lot. You know, when you learn a language, it has to be either you are you are in an environment that speaks that language, and you're kind of forced to do it, or you learn it very. You have to when you do learn it, it has to be really like you have to be focused. You cannot have any other stimuli going on around you, because it would be super hard. I mean, you're basically learning another form of jibber jabber that we speak on this planet, right? And
Yeah.
it's that has a lot of phrases and a lot of words. So when you're trying to learn a language, the atmosphere that a school brings, a secondary school, so high school for the Americans watching, listening even, that atmosphere is not, it's not good, because it's like, I don't know, we have a class of like what, 30 people, 20 people maybe.
Yeah,
That kind of atmosphere, and you know, one teacher to 30 people is not gonna, well, it is gonna teach you something, but it's not gonna be as efficient as learning it by your,
yourself.
yeah, which is why people have tutors and
Yeah,
you know, like
remember
private teachers that they pay. And I guess, yeah, you're getting it free in school, but here's the problem: like, you're getting it free at the cost of,
not learning as much.
yeah, and who's to say you want to even learn a language in the first place? Another very, I don't know if it should be forced upon kids to learn a language. I guess, I wouldn't have learned English if I was still living in Poland. And so I would understand how, like, kids being forced to learn a language might be beneficial in the end. They might maybe come to like the language, but I find that the school environment is just not suited for that kind of learning.
Definitely. I mean, Otaku, you're trying to learn Japanese, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you
Oh,
find
well,
it? Do you learn it like by yourself?
Yeah.
And is it like, would you say it's much easier to learn that language at home by yourself than if you, because you're in my Spanish class, than learning Spanish in our
Yeah, it
class?
is.
Yeah, it is much easier. That's why I think they should. I don't know. I don't have a solution for this. I'm just giving my opinion. I think it's should be reconsidered how the whole foreign languages studies is ran
set
in
out.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I should learn Korean. Personally, think I should.
You've been into Korean reality TV, am I right?
Oh yeah.
So
Watching,
explain what
Invincible You.
what draws you to Korean reality TV.
It's not the same as ours, you know. Like, say, take like Big Brother for example. They're like
Mhm.
celebrities, right?
Yeah.
Well, celebrities. You can't see my fingers, but you know.
Yeah.
They'll like mess around in the dorm, but they'll do like crazy stuff like you just wouldn't expect.
Uh-huh.
Like say they were like 18, yeah, 18
Yeah.
to around 30. Yeah, that's usually what the celebrities are, and they're just, you know, it's just not clean, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
But like the Korean TV shows, they have so much respect. Well, any Asian like TV show actually. Well, reality TV show. They have so much
So,
respect for
would you say it's more of a cultural thing than a
Yeah,
TV show thing?
I guess Western society has become quite lazy in a sense.
Like, you mean not lazy? I think you're looking for the word like disrespectful. I mean, I guess that's the opposite of respectful.
Yeah.
You know, there are actually like less gun violences, like in Japan. There's way less gun violences. I can't remember the number exactly, but yeah, it's crazy small compared to you know, the other countries that permit the owning a gun and,
Yeah.
you know, under a license or something. I think it's a cultural thing. It's developed over time, and I don't know, if I was to pick who's a friendlier neighbor, I'd say Japan and
I'd say Korea, even though
South Korea,
yeah.
I guess.
South Korea, not
Yeah,
North
North Korea. Have you heard what they're doing?
Korea. Planning to nuke.
Yeah. Once
Apparently.
they get hold of one, they're just gonna drop that fucker right into
Why?
DC.
There's no point.
Well, there is a point.
Okay, tell me that point.
Well, I mean, it's not a point I agree with, obviously, but the point is to show dominance. It's like, you know, what I think of it as the the scenario where there's a, you know those tiny like Chihuahua dogs. They're like teacup size.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know those,
Annoying. Yeah.
and you know those kind of Paris Hilton dogs.
Ugh.
And you have this,
Oh.
yeah, you have that little dog like a Chihuahua, and then you have a very, very golden. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to portray America as golden. We'll have America as like a Labrador. It's kind of mediocre, my way. I'm not sure. And
Okay.
okay, whatever. Let's just have the America's a Labrador, and North Korea is this
Pitbull.
yes, Pitbull. No. I'm saying that North Korea is that Chihuahua. North Korea is that
okay.
Chihuahua that's barking like fucking mad at this Labrador called USA. And that's, and its owner, it doesn't really have an owner, but if I was to tie the nuclear threat or the potential of acquiring a nuclear bomb to the owner of that Chihuahua, it's a much larger, you know, being,
Threat.
right? Yeah, it's a much the owner of that little Chihuahua is very supportive of that little Chihuahua mouthing off the Labrador, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the owner of the Labrador is kind of like, you know, trying to go about his day, you know, taking oil reserves, bombing countries, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of you know, that's the kind of situation where it's obvious that the Chihuahua's like nothing compared to the Labrador, but it's because it's been catered to so much through such a long period of time, it thinks it has significance. Maybe because of its big neighbors. Maybe like the Chihuahua has a friend pit bull terrier, you know. But it comes down to just that kind of thinking, where you get a Chihuahua that's barking at a large dog. It's not going to happen. And they know it's not. But there is a real like threat. Of course, the UN sanctions have been imposed on North Korea.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. Like,
But again,
even China. Oh,
yeah, China's thing is, I wonder if they'll keep their promise, because like, I don't know, communist countries and their neighbors have never really been the most trustworthy. Yeah, like Stalin and Hitler, he fucked Hitler over big time. So what happened? All right, so that's me done, and that's North Korea done. Well, it's not done. Still plowing through. Do you know actually the North and South Korean war hasn't actually ended? I think.
Nor has the Cuban War.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
There's so many untied ends, and you wonder like, so who won? Like, is there someone with an answer to that? Like, could you go to like you could go to like a CAI official and be like, well, who won this war? I mean, nothing was announced. It was just like a couple of years, and we're out of there all of a sudden.
No one ever wins a war. Like, the war will always go on. So there's no point in that.
Yeah, but like I think the old-fashioned wars, they were for terrain, right?
Yeah,
you had to occupy as much land as possible, so that you can farm, so that you can have more people as slaves. In this day and age, I don't think that's the case, because land land is kind of, I mean, it is significant, I guess, but
A tiny
there's
island can have like 50 million nukes. That's an over exaggeration.
yeah. No, but I mean, like, that tiny island isn't gonna last long without an oil supply. Remember what happened to Japan?
True.
Yeah, that's kind of brings me into yeah, oil and all these other natural resources, which are actually way more crucial and more significant in the 21st century to acquire than just plain fields and cities.
I prefer the fields and cities.
Why?
Why?
Mhm.
So we're gonna have so much war.
You
So
can have a
annoying.
lot of war. Oh, you
No,
don't
so
want
there's
war.
no- Yeah, I don't want it.
Well, that war will still occur with lands and cities.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna
but it's
want to
not, you
occupy
know,
cities.
Yeah, but it's not. At least it's not for oil. Oil's the victim in this. Okay.
Crude oil. You know what's the victim?
He-
The victim is
Society.
the person. No, come on. Let's not get all cynical about this. But I'm pretty sure the victim in this case is someone who I don't know who this person is, but there's a person that knows how to fix this problem, right? They know that the problem can be fixed, but they're making a lot of money off of this oil business to even allow that problem to be fixed. So what I'm saying is forms of sustainable energy may have already been developed. It's just there's a bunch of people that are making a lot of money off of the oil industry, which they don't exactly want you to, get your hands on this new sustainable way of living. Because solar panels can only go so far.
Why is life like revolving around money? It's annoying. Finding everything annoying.
Dude, that's a very broad question. Otaku, do you want to answer that?
No.
Sorry, but no.
That is a really broad question, though. I don't know the answer to that. I don't think anyone knows. Well, probably some people may know. Otaku may know. Otaku
knows
whoops,
all.
sorry. Yeah, that's why he doesn't speak about it.
Yeah.
Talk about
He's
it,
that
sorry.
person. He's that
Otaku,
person.
Otaku, you work for the CIA.
No.
I can't lie to
You've found a new sustainable way of producing energy, right? Do you know what that means? Sustainable? It means that there's no greenhouse gases, no global warming, none of that. No risk,
basically.
no risk of basically screwing this world over, right? You found that, right? Follow
Yeah.
me. You found it, okay. So now you run an oil business, so you don't want that sustainable supply of energy from being revealed to the public. That idea, you don't want that idea to be revealed to the public. How would you go on about it not to let that be revealed?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay. Basically, you are a rich businessman, okay?
Yeah.
You have oil, okay?
Yeah.
You make a lot of money off of selling oil.
Yeah.
Another company has found a way of not using oil to make our cars run, our house is heated, okay?
Yeah.
how do you get rid of the person the person that's trying to bring this new technology into the modern world?
I would not stop him and join in.
You join in with the sustainable energy campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh.
that is the right answer. Well, I guess I guess I don't.
We got completely screwed over.
No, because that is how you'd be able to do it.
I guess you get more money for that though. When you think
Yeah,
you get more money for that.
but rich
Good business
businessman
choice.
isn't as competent as Otaku would
Oh.
be. So rich businessman would probably want to keep the business running for himself because he's seen it. He's seen the benefits, you know.
Yeah, all that money used as
All
nothing.
that paper, all that cash.
I thought money was made out of cotton. Like the notes. I thought it was cotton.
What is it? Like, what is it actually made out of? Money.
Oh my god. I said.
Don't worry. What is money made of?
Say notes, I guess. Fiona, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Okay. Most banknotes are made of heavy paper, sometimes mixed with linen. You guys are still probably listening. My Google Chrome stopped working, so I'm gonna try and get back into the call. Howdy. No, the web break. Yeah, so it's basically made out of heavy paper, sometimes mixed with linen, cotton, or other textile fibers. Generally, the paper used is different from ordinary paper. It is much more resilient, resists wear and tear, and also does not contain the usual agents that make ordinary paper glow slightly under ultraviolet light. Yeah, so
Liars.
that's how they find forged banknotes, because ultraviolet, like, it's reflected when it's shined on paper. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 13. Yeah, that's it. That was a decent episode. We didn't really talk about a lot.
You did.
We did talk about a lot, but not a lot of we didn't go into depth. Whatever. We're still working on that.
Yeah.
Give
it
us
doesn't matter.
time.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 13, and bye from me, I guess. Look forward to next Wednesday, and of course, Battlefront 2. I'm probably gonna do the Let's Play campaign of that, as Rage suggested. And yeah, see you guys.